Here at the Schwane Blue Diamond Classic. We're waiting for the start, which I think is in 5 minutes. I have Benny Rasmus with me in the car, so he'll be our driver today. Benny,
Okay, guys.
we're looking forward to an exciting race. I think it's the juniors, under 23, elites, and under 17s in the same batch. So it should make for some exciting racing.
Perfect conditions for racing, and yeah, it's going to start off lekker hot. It's going to be a lekker race.
I think so. So if we look down here, we have the start line coming up here.
Mom says thanks, it's working.
Is she on? I see there's one person on the live stream.
Yeah.
So, morning, Benny's mom. Next person's joined. Ready for some action. So we've instructed your grandson that he needs to make it hard on the first climb.
WhatsApp sturen met die link. Dat is een iPhone. Dit is een soort opname, maar dit is een soort forward view. Dit erop zo. Hier erop aan. Home zitten. Ja, nee dan. Dit is af. Hier erop. Context. Trek op hem. Dan zie je 10 minutes. Ja. Also, da en BF. Ja. Ja. Kijk maar daar is het Oké, maar daar is het niet.
So 3 minutes to start.
Ja, wat is goed. Ga ik op die link? Nee, ik hoor nou op Safari, mag ik dat niet.
Two minutes to start.
I'm going to climb in so long.
Yeah, Benny, I think let's get organized in here. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. It's quite warm.
Okay, let's see, right? It starts with a moose and climb. Now idiot says we must tell them. Half the bunch is already gone. But they know about it.
Righty.
just going to give you this between your legs for now. I just want to
you.
So I've got the sheep scheme here. I've got the lekker place.
So, Benny, we live. You can't say things like put stuff between my legs. People are going to wonder what is happening.
Or what?
Yeah. Yo, this sunlight is a bit blinding.
Fuck,
You,
Right.
yeah, you have to pull the hold. There's like a. There we go.
Handbrake.
No, automatic.
Here we go.
Okay, there goes the lead motorbike.
Lekker manne! Lekker
And there
boys!
goes the bunch.
Okay, so where do we slot in?
So we in position 1 will be behind the comms car, which has just gone. So we will actually need to come around this lot at some point.
Okay. Ready? Regtig? Ja, dis tot by Kalinin. Regtig. Okay, ons het nou net gestart. Ons is aan die gang. Okay. Hulle lê goed, hoor. Hulle lê goed. Okay, die live leak is aan die gang. Sean is streaming it as well. Okay. Okay, Eddie, we'll keep you in the loop. Bye.
Channel mode.
He's 9K's in and just climbing so far.
Yeah.
Jose and everyone is off the back already.
Yo, some filth on the side of the road.
Car, your door's open.
There we go. I'll wait for it to thin out a bit, then I'm going to ask the comm that we can come around.
Slot in, yeah.
Because these guys are not meant to be in front of us.
Okay.
I did ask for
We're going to
position
try and
1.
ride like this so you can see something.
Yeah, so we can see the bunch ahead, but I think this is a little bit more neutral. There is already a small group off the front. I can see 3 riders that have gone off the front already.
Who's this guy in the back? Carter.
It looks like Carter. There's definitely 3 riders that have got about a 50-meter gap on the front.
Perfect timing. Let's see them on this side again.
So Benny, you rode this course last year. What is your impression of it? How do you think?
It's going to be hard because you start with this climb. You'll see the climb just now. There's no time to really settle in. You start with the climb straight away. So I think it's going to get thinned out quite quickly.
So we know the 3-day tour is the same time, and we know that bunch has already been torn to pieces on the first climb. So we can see there's 3 riders off with a motorbike in the gap there.
And here we go with the first of 4 climbs.
So here's 4 riders that have been dropped on the first climb.
Please, right behind my car.
Okay, off you go.
Rider 19.
We're coming.
And rider number 5 is off the back as well.
To go past.
We're coming past, guys. Please give us a gap.
Let's see if there's any. Can I go now?
Yeah. That looked like Matthew Sim. That's off already. Was it?
Okay, I'm going in here.
Not coming up.
So go in front of me.
Yes.
Rider 12 is also off the back.
All together in front now.
Yeah, so we've lost close to 10 riders already on that first little drag. I don't know if he is. The convoy, he just came out slightly. It's just a few meters off the bunch in front of us. Nice warm summer's day.
Already starting to heating up.
Yeah.
But not for a bit.
I think let's also do that. You can see the pressure is actually getting applied on the front on this drag. So rider 12 nearly made it back to the bunch, but we started going uphill again, and I think the screw is getting turned slightly up front.
You're right behind me, am I correct?
We're not yet. We need the car behind you to give us some space. We're not yet. The car behind you needs to give us some space. Okay, we're right behind you now.
Sean, stay behind this rider for a while. I'll call you first if you're okay.
Will do.
Behind this guy.
Yeah. So rider 60 is
Bring the convoy through for me, please.
okay, go.
Okay, I'm just waiting.
Follows the shot.
It's not Travis.
Doesn't look like it, eh?
It's an elite. So Nicholas van der Merwe is rider 52. Let's have a look at our under 17 riders. I think these will not see the front of the.
Gentlemen, keep the convoy short. Come, let's go.
We're going.
Yeah. Dropped riders. These are all elites. Race elite, they said. It'll be fun, they said. But this is detonated pretty early on.
Trying to make teams or groups, little groups to follow.
Rider coming on the left. I just want to say, keep the left side open for the bikes to come through.
Go ahead, get away from them.
The main bunch is gone, unfortunately, so these guys are going to have
I
a...
have to go to the front. I want you to stay here. So we're going to have a look what's going on in the front. Will you keep the convoy back here?
Got it. So just get behind these guys here, and then we stick there. The rider's going to try and come around us, so just...
Try and get through this turn as quick as possible.
I'm not sure what you're saying. The signal's a bit bad.
I'm going to stay behind these guys.
Yeah. Rider 38, trying really hard to get back into the bunch.
Guys,
Luke, lean back.
Let's go. Come.
Okay.
Come to the back of my car.
So he's no guy.
Yeah. And Travis Cuthbert, I think.
No, he had a white helmet on.
Yes, Gustav. No, not Gustav. Purple kit. You need to come.
Yeah, I'm just going to
Yeah.
give him a chance here and then I'll go.
Oh, this has been blown to pieces on that first climb.
Front brake. 7 riders in the brake here. Sean, stay behind 23, please.
23, behind 23. This is Jordan, eh?
Got it.
Jordan Boshoff.
I don't have a 23 on the start list. 22.
Ja, this is Jordan, is Travis' teammate.
Yeah.
He's a mountain biker. Came second, third here last week at the trial seeker.
So, Jordan Boshoff.
Just acknowledge that you can hear me. Copy that.
Copy that.
Is this the front of the group here now? Where I'm?
Go.
No, there's a break of 7 up the road.
Okay, will you stay with this group? I'll go through to the break.
Will do.
I'm not sure there's the bike.
I think you can come through to this group as well.
There's
You say 7 guys
there's
off.
7 guys off the front. Well, that's what the motorbike told us.
After the backy, there's one more car that is pretty clear.
Nicola's still on the front. Zander on his wheel. Gustav on his
I
wheel.
don't think there's guys there, eh?
Okay, I think my message was incorrect. Sorry, I heard there were 7 in the break, but it appears not.
Okay, so where am I now? In front of the bunch.
I think so.
Okay, I'll wait for them to pass me again.
Close up.
You need to leave it. You can stay here.
I'll
We
give
need
him a
to.
gap.
Yeah, we need to get a gap for the com to come through. So I think we have all the main under 17s now
Coming past.
in this bunch. I see Travis
There's a car coming across.
Cuthbert at the back. I see Zander Erasmus. I see Nicky van der Merwe. I see Gustav Roller.
Quite windy, eh?
Yeah. So the wind, I think, played quite a nice role in this race. It'll obviously make it harder, and they can put the guys in the gutter a little bit when we turn into the crosswind. There's Carter Barnes also in the bunch.
Definitely. We're going to go over the highway. The last time we went. That might be rain.
Purple guy, Rhino Skitter
Okay.
in the purple kit.
But Gustav Roller, we'll see with the helmet. Eh?
Yeah, with the orange helmet, we should see him. but I think the pace is still pretty hot. Definitely pacing it, trying to make sure that none of the dropped riders get back into this bunch. But I think they've whittled it down now to the strongest riders. So from here, it's going to be a bit of a tactical game and a race of attrition. Naturally, my rider, Nicky van der Merwe, has not arrived with any of his energy drink, water bottles, or anything that he needs to race with. So I hope hopefully, running on water will be okay for him today. I think his water bottles are now all relaxing nicely in the fridge at home. And waiting for him. Maybe he can have them when he gets home. So luckily, we've borrowed a water bottle from Zander, but it's it's water. None of the nice go faster stuff in it. Yeah, so a little bit of a tactical game getting played on the left there in the front. Attack going, and that is Rhino Skitter, and he's being chased by Nicky van der Merwe.
Cat and mouse.
But of course, you'll see this line strings out. So every time someone does that on the front, the guys at the back here, I think, are already struggling a little bit. And there's definitely some wind at play here. So you'll see it snaking across the road. The guys are definitely trying to make it a little bit harder for everyone.
Taking a breath now and downhill a little bit.
Yeah, time to take a gel. Bit of a nice downhill drag. We're up at 50 k's an hour already.
I can tell you so far the road surface is very nice, eh?
Yeah, so there's been no potholes. I mean, this is a beautiful, smooth tar road.
Lenny told us they retarred it recently,
so I think for perfect riding conditions.
Definitely.
Yeah, so apologies. I made this, I set this live stream up incorrectly. So I set it up that it's for kids. So unfortunately, no commenting, which is a little bit disappointing. I'd like to, get comments and see who's online. Oh, little drag, so it's immediately getting hit. This is really leg sapping stuff. So, as this race unfolds, the guys that have the endurance are going to survive this. I mean, if every little rise that you can see, this guy at the back was not expecting that violent kick, and he's off and out the bunch. So I think one violent kick too many. It's not getting dropped too badly, so potentially he'll manage to make it back into this bunch on the downhill if they sit up. But no, I think that it stung a little bit too much. And who's on the front? Nicholas. So Nicholas likes to ride aggressively. We'll see how it pans out because, he's used to riding aggressively like this when he's racing under 17. He's unfortunately got some elites, under 23s and juniors in the bunch with him. So I don't know if he's going to have the legs to do this all day, but let's see how it goes. So this is rider 16 that got shelled now. Mutome Mashaba.
15, rider 15.
Oh, is it rider 15? Yeah. Marius Coutard.
He was riding a bunch not that long ago with us.
Okay.
Also recently leaked. But if you get caught napping,
yeah.
2 seconds and it's...
Stay by hold this rider for a minute or two, please.
Roger.
This is the hardest part. If you see a bunch right there,
You can see the guy at the back of the bunch is freewheeling, and this guy is digging really deep to close it. I think he'll close it. It looks like he'll get there.
Shooting up again.
If they don't hit it now, he'll get back in. He's there. He's there. Well done.
It's lucky. It's lucky.
I think that's cost him some matches, though. You know, when you have to dig that deep to get back in, it hurts.
But it's a lekker feeling, latching again like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I've been there many times, Benny, many times. The downhills are my friend. The uphills, not so much. Not a big fan.
Get that lonely feeling.
Yeah.
How's Carter looking back the whole time?
I'm not sure. I don't think he wants anything. I think they're just looking if there's anyone coming across. Or...
Yeah.
The pace is definitely off slightly. Look, it's not going slowly. Oh, it's
Rider 2 on his own here.
Rider 2, Joshua Libber seems to be having a bit of a dig, but I think they'll close him because I can see this bunch stringing out again, so they're clearly not allowing him to go.
It's coming on a bit closer.
I think we're actually good here, Benny, because you can see quite nicely from where we are. And the comms obviously sticking to the middle of the road nicely, so he's letting us get a good view.
There's no one on the back.
No, that we've got no riders coming up. If they start hitting the convoy, which I very much doubt anyone will get back onto this.
That's good.
Riders coming from the left.
Okay, and I was just mistaken.
You know who's that? That's the next bunch.
Copy.
Is it not?
Can't be.
Coming, yeah,
Riders on the
Gordon
left,
coming
riders
back.
on the left.
Gordon Bossel's coming back.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Dominic Janssen, rider 13, with his number turned upside down, obviously, for good luck.
Another rider coming up on the left.
So this group has made it back in, but I think that must have cost them. So last year when I rode in the vets here, I also got dropped on that first climb, and I made it back into the bunch on this flat and downhill piece. There was a few of us that were working nicely together, but I'm afraid that also cost me quite a lot of matches. That's rider 6, Yuan Funny, one of the elites. So it must be quite... So we've got some 16 and 17-year-olds in here that are actually driving the pace and making the race aggressive. I think, don't underestimate the up-and-coming youngsters. I think when we look at the bunch of under-17s that we have in this year and last year, I think it's some of the strongest riders the country's seen in a very long time. It's, on the mountain bike as well as on the road. We have a very, very, very strong bunch. Shame. So this guy was just trying to get across, and the pace has been ramped up again on the front, and it's going to drag up. So he's going to really have to burn himself to get across to the bunch. It is kind of soul destroying when you nearly made it back and they hit it again.
That's a nice sponsor.
So these guys will have to try and work together. Come to the bench.
You see on the trees, the wind is starting to picking up
Yeah.
quite lekker now. I think it's a headwind over there.
Yeah, so it'll be a crosswind when they turn. If the riders get gutted there, I think it's going to be a bit of a bloodbath. So it looks like these guys managed to just drag themselves back into the bunch. But you can see they're sitting up at the moment looking at each other. I think because of the headwind, no one really wants to sit on the front at the moment and,
Exactly.
and work.
Everyone's looking at each other.
So they're much, much, much reduced bunch left.
How many guys you reckon is in here, Sean?
I think probably
20,
about
25.
20 to 25, yeah, out of a bunch of over 60.
Yeah.
So that first climb, look, I think that was the worst of the climbing. There are a few more rises and things, but I think the crosswind is definitely going to play a major role. You can see Rhino Skitter here at the back. So Rhino was one of the juniors that represented South Africa at World Champs this year, in the TT and in the road race.
Purple kit.
Yeah, the purple kit. So the one on the right here, that
Yes.
looks like Rhino. There's two guys sitting at the back here in purple kit, but the one on the right is Rhino.
Kom weg van die middellyn af. So guys, awful, what's happening in front here? The guy dropped guys from the previous bunch.
Yeah, it must be previous bunch that's been, the elite guys that started ahead in the tour, potentially.
Let's have a look there. Oh, it's Nicky is off. Yeah, have a look there.
So
Nicky and
is that,
someone.
is that bunch going off the front?
Looks like only 2 riders.
Why is that guy riding there?
Motorbike Con, can you give us numbers of the 2 riders, please? Copy that. The 2 riders are 52, 52, and 45, 45.
So Nicky van der Merwe and Carter Bonds off the front. That is a very dangerous move. So if they let that go, it could potentially cause some damage, especially because this bunch here are looking at each other. So Benny, do you want to just go a little bit right? I just want to see what that distance is,
Will do.
because
No,
we're going to need to ask the com to come around
Quite
if
far,
that
eh?
grows to a minute.
Can you see them?
Are they up ahead in the distance?
Now they're sitting up here.
Com, that's my rider off the front, so will you let me know when the gap's big enough that I can go up and support, please?
I will do, but the gap is not that big yet.
You can see on the left there.
Yeah, they actually got quite a big gap so far. I would say that's probably about a 30-second gap. If those two commit and start rolling together, I think they can probably...
Come stay behind the bunch for me, please.
Roger. I think if they commit, they can probably cause quite a bit of damage. So I think that's Matthew Sim at the back here. He's giving it a big kick. Maybe he wants to get across. I don't know. No.
I think it just picked up the tempo, the whole bunch picked it up a bit.
I can see the guys at the back here are freewheeling.
Okay, they're at the crossing now. Let's.
All riders coming back on the left.
This is where we turned last time. Can you remember?
I think, no, I looked at the GPS file. We still went straight, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. No, it's the same route as last year. I looked at my GPS file from last year.
No, you'll see now. Because we're
Maybe.
not doing that Cullinan. We're going
Okay.
straight now back from Cullinan
Okay.
and straight home. It's not that.
This bunch is definitely not going too hard.
Everyone's looking at
Everyone's
each other.
looking at each other. And again, because it's into a headwind, I think, no one really wants to chase. And it's going to definitely be a crosswind when they turn left.
Okay, let's have a look here. We're on top now.
You set a timer.
Yeah, just a stopwatch. We'll see as soon as we're on the bridge.
The group stall, please.
What's he saying?
I didn't get that.
Something attack. There goes Zander.
Rod is coming from the left. Rod is coming from the left.
There goes Zander now. He's massive attack, yeah.
Zander Erasmus violently attacking, trying to get
And
across,
Gustav.
and Gustav Roller with him. So,
Sims and Cuthbert. It's all four of them.
so we have five under 17s and one junior, all trying to get up the road.
50 seconds from them.
Yeah, so
But they're
the
also sitting up, you
Yeah.
can see.
the front is 50 seconds away. If those two, that lot get across, I think
It's gonna be.
then it's going to be carnage.
See, these guys saw the
Yeah, the
threat
danger.
now. But they're sitting up now. Why? Waking up the legs a bit, yeah.
It's a pity those five should have committed, but I think the
Yeah.
front's also set up a bit. I think
I think there's a wind is.
there goes
stronger
under
than
again. Zander's hitting it. Yeah, Zander's having a massive dig on the front. Comes under, get across. If there's 3 or 4 of you in the front there, they're not going to see you guys again.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So Zander's one of the strongest time trialists in the country. I think Nicholas has got a pretty good TT engine, and Carter's a very, very good marathon rider on the map.
Zander's on his own
Yeah,
now.
Zander's clear. Having a look behind him. He
What's his
really
name?
needs to commit now and bury himself. He can recover when he gets
Sorry,
onto the
let's
wheel.
Give this guy a chance.
Yeah, so Benny is trying to ram the com because it's his son off the front there going. And I think, in his excitement, he's watching the race, not the
How
com.
far is it? Is there anything happening?
No, he's still off the front. He's nearly made it across to Nicky, and I think Nicky and Carter are waiting for him. They've stood
Yeah.
up. So if the three away on the decent, and I think so. We have Zander, Carter, Barnes, and Nicky van der Merwe off the front slightly. And now,
They must
if
just-
those three start rolling and working together, I think they can cause some damage. These guys are very nice attacking riding from the youngsters. And they're making this bunch chase them now. And the bunch doesn't want to chase them. So, there's guys playing games, swinging left, right, taking tiny pulls on the front. They're going to have to commit to close it down.
Just gonna go a little bit closer. Guys in the back. I see there's a bunch in my mirror coming slowly.
Yeah. Doing 80 k's an hour down this little drag.
Drop. See that guy in the back, he's struggling now.
Yeah, he was the one that burnt some matches earlier. I think
Carter is off.
Quarter's off. Zander and Nicholas are still hitting it. But I don't know if they're having a little chat. They might sit up. To try and get off on this downhill is going to be difficult against a bunch into a headwind.
Yeah.
But Zander's going again, so Nicky's still there with him.
Nice positive racing.
So they're making it hostile. So I think there are already some very tired legs in this bunch,
Definitely.
and we're not that far into the race.
Well, they had a lekker jab at it now, so it's good.
So that definitely would have woken up the legs a little bit.
Carter in the back here now.
That is, no, it's not Quarter.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, a nice easy ride, freewheeling.
Roger. on the left, on the back.
It's all back. Coming to the left.
Yeah, it's back
Guys,
together. You can see Nicky's back in the bunch. He's got a very particular style. He likes to ride standing quite a lot and bob. I can see him bobbing.
So check this guy's came back, eh?
It's nice teamwork there. All of those guys getting back into the bunch. I'm actually quite surprised. I wouldn't have thought they would have made it back.
Yeah, but they're faffing around now. A little
Yeah.
bit. It was a pity if there were 3 or 4 guys.
I think they would have got a bit more time. I think, unfortunately, the terrain also had a big impact
It's
when
gone
we started
downhill
going
now.
downhill. So, you know, if it remained going up and dragging, I think it would have changed the nature of the race. But that's also part of racing, you know. You need to know when to go, when to commit, and, you know, when to... you know, you'll see on the bunch the guy at the back's freewheeling.
Yeah.
He's not expending any energy, while the guy on the front is, you know, I mean, I can see the guy on the front's really kicking hard. And it's again Nicholas. So, you know, Nicholas also,
The water is working.
yeah, the water's working. I hope we don't run out of energy too quickly on our, you know, high carb water mix there. But, you know, it's also important to know when to hit it and when not. So they've torn it to pieces again. It's strung out. This guy's going off the front there. And I think,
Slightly uphill. This is a good spot as well, eh?
yeah, into the wind when it drags like this. So you can see the guys at the back now having to dig, and they're getting ridden off. And I think this is the bunch that has just come back. So they're obviously a little bit tired.
Legs already a bit tender.
And each time this happens, you know, you burn a few more matches out of the box that you've got. We're going to come up to a left turn, and I think when we hit that left turn, I think maybe the race will change a little bit because, you know, the wind will
Crosswind.
change. We're going to sit in a crosswind. Which means
How long have we been racing? 45 minutes only, eh?
which means the bunch can't really sit in free will like this. So if they put them in the gutter, there's not much slipstream to be had. And that can potentially cause some splits again. Let's see what happens.
Okay, on the right.
What about Com? What's the rider number that's down the road?
This is under. So it's on the right. Yeah.
Sean, just stay here.
Roger.
Thank you.
Rider 9 is Simon Ferreira, one of the elites. He's off the front.
And this is recovered now a bit.
Yeah, look, I think there were some hard efforts from our boys in there. They need to recover. Just take it easy for a little bit.
Yeah.
And look for an opportunity when the bunch is looking at each other again, and there's an opportunity to make it hard. See, Zander's just followed your advice. He's rolling to the back.
Good. Chatting. Oh, like a chatty in the
Yeah.
back. Stretching the legs, but
Get 30 seconds.
30-second gap to a lone rider.
give some info on the environment. Like the Tour de France. we've got a
Now, Benny,
market.
tell us about the market on the right here. What
It's a
can be?
motocross. It's a
Yeah,
motocross market.
yeah, so
Saturday. See, it's motorbikes, jumps, and
yeah, some motocross riding.
They should have been on bicycles, man. Okay, I can see the guy on the right there, but he's alone, eh? Can you see him?
I can see him off the front. Yeah, still lone rider. I think into the wind. That might
Not the best idea.
not the best idea.
But let's see, eh? Maybe. Can see.
So you say something.
He's under as well now. Responding.
Zander trying to get with.
You can see the danger in there.
So those three boys train together quite often, so they know each other pretty well. I think they're all pretty similar in strength. I think the three of them would make an excellent team if they were actually racing for the same or on a team.
Yes,
They know each other well. I think they could really cause some chaos because they complement each other in riding style. Some of them are very powerful riders. Some of them are very good sprinters. So
The whole package.
we have a complete package in that bunch. So I think if they also get off the front, they can. The three of them know each other very well. In fact, those were three of the four that went at Gauteng Chiefs this year.
Right off the road. Why did you do that?
That I was trying to come past.
So you went straight
Yeah.
into it.
So I think those three were three of the four that went off the front in Gauteng Champs, and then no one saw them again. So I think if the three of them start rolling nicely and the terrain plays a little in their favour and the wind, they can also make it stick.
Work.
It helps that they train together a lot as well, so they're used to riding together like this and working.
And front.
Before was blown. Daniel Visser. You okay?
Come, Daniel. I think it's his older brother. His younger brother's still in. There he is. This is going to be a hard chase back as well. Yeah, it's all cramps up.
Okay, here's the next Nesta rider.
That's a brother, also a business.
Yeah, rider 53.
You want to stay behind this group, please?
Sure. Ethan Visser. Where they just here? Get
Kom Ivan,
Get
hulle is
on.
net hierso.
They
Hulle is
just
net
here.
hierso.
Dig.
Excuse him.
Hulle is net.
Hulle is net hierso. Go.
Daar's hy.
Dig. They've set up. Go.
Excuse oom.
Yeah.
You can see on his face.
Yeah, no, this. So they've split this up. That main bunch is split into two.
Yeah.
It looks like the lone rider is still off the front in the distance because I can see a motorbike. So I'm not sure if that's the lone rider because we had two motorbikes and there's one way in the distance.
This is getting dangerous now. We're going past, what do you reckon?
Yeah, just stay here for a minute and just see if you can get back in. Just come up next to him. Let me just talk to him. You're going to have to push harder. They're right here. It's downhill. Go.
Lekker Ivan,
Ja.
kom. Mooi. Daar gaan hy. Is dit nou. As man sien nou attack. Die ander moet gaan attack. Hy moet nou die ding.
Guys, coming quickly.
Okay, hy vat ons.
No, he's asking to come around.
Okay.
I think he wants to.
Dat is Pieter.
Who is this coming through?
Okay, he's not going to make it come up behind the bunch.
Can I go?
Yeah, okay. Because we were a little bit behind, but you can see in the distance there's a bunch, then there's one trying in the middle, and then there's these guys here at the back. but there's quite a violent crosswind, so you'll see that. So there's no slipstream. It's going to be very difficult now for the riders to recover at any point in time in the slip until we turn left again, because there's this crosswind. So the slipstream is not helping. I think the under 17s have torn it to pieces. Yeah, and when you're 17 and 16 years old, you have a lot of testosterone. So hopefully the testosterone is enough for the long distance to last. Hopefully there's enough glycogen in those legs to. I think that's Carter in the back group here. He seems to have unfortunately.
They're coming up for 1 hour racing now.
Yeah, and last year I think this was a 2.5 hour race, yes, if I'm not mistaken. And we had very similar wind conditions, so I expect we're looking at around a 2.5 hour ride today. So that's the thing with road racing. So Carter is, I think he's our current Gauteng marathon champ on the mountain bike, exceptionally strong, but on the road you need to police the front and make sure that you are there when it moves. Unfortunately, he hasn't done a lot of road racing, so he's still learning. And a very, very strong rider, but tactically, maybe hasn't got the tactics there just yet. But all my group.
Behind the brake piece.
Okay, let's go.
The CG is also in the brake as well. Thank you.
Yeah, it's Carter, and it's Ranskritter, Matthew Sun.
Thank you.
Roger. Listen, like one, that lot is not coming back. There's too many strong riders.
I saw that red shirt and black helmet and I thought, oh.
So this is the breakaway, guys. It is getting pumped. So
on that whiteboard on the right.
Yes.
Correct.
I'm just going to turn around here. The car's going to get past a bit.
So we have Nikki, we have Gustav, we've got Zander. I need to see the numbers. Oh, yeah, crash there. Okay, right at 9 we have Simon Ferreira.
Number 9 is in the break, so you can go through.
7 riders in the break.
Hierdie is in. Gustav, Nikki en Zander is in. Hulle so 1.5 minute, amper minuut 20 secondes uit.
Rider 36, Reino Skutter is in.
Hulle Okay, nee. Ons is nou hierso op die ons ry nou oos. Hier's 7 ouens in die breek. Maar dit is sterk ouens, so hulle maak hom hard. Nee, hy gaan stiek hoor, dink ek. Okay. Ja, Carter is af. So Zander en Gustav, ek dink Travis.
So it's Zander, Gustav, one of the elites, Reino Ferreira.
Reino Skutte en dan een van die elites. Ek weet nie of dit Travis is nie.
Sorry, Simon Ferreira, I can't see the last rider.
Dit lyk soos hy, maar ek kan nie sien nie. Ons gaan nou terugkom. Hulle lyk goed. Okay, Eddie, praat nou bye.
Okay, that's rider 16. Tony Mashaba is there. 18. Johan Trotsky.
Okay.
So that's all the names.
Okay, nee, want ons is nou net oor daai klimmetjie, ons is nou by die valbank afdraai, pad Bronkhorstspruit toe nog. Okay. Nee, ek het dit ook nou gesien. Okay, praat nou by.
So this bunch is definitely working very well together. And there are some exceptionally strong riders in this break. So we have one junior that I can see, 3 under 17, and the rest are made up of elites. And unfortunately, the bunch can no longer see them, which also means they generally will not chase as hard. You know, when you break the spirit of the bunch, it means they can't see you any longer, and it gives them, you know, when you've got the guys right in front of you, you have an incentive to chase them. But when they're not there, you don't chase. So we're doing 80 k's an hour down this hill.
Travis Crawford is not in, right?
No, Travis is not in.
Why is he looking at his wheel the whole time? Does that look up Reed's barrel?
I'm not sure. I don't think he's on the start list either.
The guy, I think he's number 9. Who's number 9?
So number 9 is Simon Ferreira.
Okay.
He's one of the elites. But a beautiful pace line going here, boys. Huh? Look at this. So I think this lot is committed quite nicely to working together. And obviously they will start looking at each other a little bit later in the race to sort out who is who in the zoo. But right now, the strongest.
Time gap.
We'll find a mark for you now.
About 1 minute 50 seconds now. Sorry, I'm just doing this again. Travis Beautiful?
I don't think so.
I haven't seen him. Working hard, but it looks like they're working clever.
So when there's drag up and there's 2 lanes first, just come up next to them and we can see exactly who's who in the bunch.
Okay, let's go 18. Got a pen there. 18, 56, 52.
Mark at the fresh meats sign. There's a sign on the left saying fresh meat butchery.
Recover a bit now. Clever. Still working it, eh?
Yeah, no, listen, they're not sitting up. They're riding a proper pace line.
65 km. There's a Bronkhorstspruit in case. Let's make that like a.
Okay.
I'm also going to start it.
At the Bronkhorstspruit R25, 10 k's to go, sign Mark. Now. Carnage, people, carnage. So this is quite an interesting turn of events. If you want to know who the strongest riders in the country are, we have 3 under 17s in this break. Guys, this is an elite under 23 and junior race. We have 3 under 17s in the break. Phenomenal talent on offer at the moment. So we have our current South African under-17 champion in the race, Zande Erasmus. We have the current Balkan champion in the race with a very interesting surname, Nicholas van der Merwe. And we have the current SA track champion at just about every single event. I think he missed one event this year, Gustav Roller. So, you know, there are some supreme talents riding in the bunch at the moment. Just come up next to this guy.
Our guy. Or
It's
who's it?
rider 9. Just come up. He's not our rider. Just come up. I'll see what he wants.
Yeah, I'm gonna go next to him.
Want to get water?
Okay. Do you know where your team car is? Is it behind us?
Yes.
Okay.
found it.
Just
Okay, must I go out?
get out the way.
Okay, like this.
Yeah. Basically, just drop behind him.
Yeah, I will. This is the guy I gave the... Ronaldo.
Yeah, it's hard when you're driving on your own.
Yeah.
You're trying to support a rider.
Oh, that's hard, you can see it's
Yeah.
hard. Look at that next line over there, that's gonna...
Okay, he's getting out of your way again.
Cool. So how we've done, okay, stopwatch, not sure, I said something about what... Done.
Yeah. It's going to climb again now.
Oh, this is a sneaky...
Mark at the turn.
I think they're gonna attack each other.
I don't know if it's worthwhile attacking just yet because they're quite a nice unit to work together.
I think so.
It would be silly.
Try and see if I see anyone on the turn, but I didn't take the time.
I think it's going to be very silly to attack now. There's some nice climbing at the end of the race, which they should probably wait for. You know, they mustn't sit up, but they shouldn't
Keep
be
a pace up,
attacking.
yeah, just keep it like a tempo now.
So the motorbike's trying to bring up the pedestrian cars, you know.
I'm gonna give him some way, yeah.
Yeah.
It's stressful, Sean.
Benny, but it's a good way to watch the race. At least it's better than standing at the finish line.
Or in a race yourself, you don't know.
Or in the
what-
race yourself.
There's a left turn now. So where must the commissar stay now? He must stay with the
He's
bunch.
going to stay with the bunch. He'll move. He'll come up and check what's happening. Yeah? But that's why he's asked us to police the front so he can monitor the back. Because obviously some of those riders will now like to sit behind their team cars to try and move up.
Clever, yeah.
So you do need to keep some eyeballs on them.
So this is Reino 36, eh?
Yeah,
So
Reino
this is number
Skutter.
two, Number 2.
So number 2 is Joshua Libber.
Joshua Liver, number 36, number 54.
So 36 is Reino Skutter. 56 Gustav Roller. Number, what is that? 18 is Jonathan Trotsky. So
and it's number 9, and that's it.
yeah. So on the front, looking pretty good. Reino rolling through.
Right?
So it's only one junior that made it. We have a tailwind now.
Yes.
Rummaging for 50 different bottles for other riders that are not coming back on their own. Sorry, can you repeat that? It appears so, yes. He's got a sticker on the front of his car.
He's the the rider, the elite guy.
Yeah.
He gave him a bottle
Yeah.
as well. This was a hard effort.
You see, burning matches now very unnecessary.
Wrong place to do
You're not Gustav's domestic. Why are you busy?
I must recover a bit, sit in the back.
Yeah.
Sure. Dat was air racing. What are we looking for?
I have a bottle of water for Nicholas.
There's extra bottles in here. This is water for Nicholas. You can
Okay.
give it to him.
If he asks for something, is this water?
Yeah, this is water. You can just test it.
But I mean, I took one out. Which
Is this a turn back? No, it's not, eh? It's going to go straight and then.
So our brakes are looking very strong, working together.
You want to ask Tom if you want to come ahead. He's sitting right behind third.
No, I was asking earlier if this
Okay.
guy's in the convoy. I'm happy here. Alexander just gave him his bottle.
Good domestic.
Yeah.
Doesn't start working now. He must recover a bit now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, up inside.
With this volume.
Nice cradle run.
Yeah. So now they in a rhythm. There's a hot spot in 1K.
Oh.
I don't know if any of them know it.
Maybe Reino is the only one. Sandra doesn't even think about it.
Yeah, so that's not important.
Rabbits.
Yeah. So you can see it's nice and hard.
It's making it hard in front. Big teams.
Yeah. Because this wouldn't be happening if all the big teams. They would never let this go.
But this is more racing. It's not
Yeah.
there. You're sitting wheel.
Yeah, this is proper hard racing. So it's a good learning curve for all these
Okay, will you
youngsters.
please tell the group and I will tell the guy in front?
What is that? Just say again, ask Gustav if he wants something.
Come, can I move up to support my rider?
Can I get his bottle off wrong so long? I'm not sure what he wants.
Gustav, what do you want?
Opposite bottle. Thanks.
Much better changeover.
Yeah.
So we've got a water bottle now. Oh god, now he's just braking. We must go around him and mustn't ride into the commissar car. Oh good. He was just waiting for us for Gustav to return. Sean, how far are we into this race, you reckon?
I can have a look quickly. was 45 seconds. Just, yeah.
I'm looking at the back there. As soon as you can see them over the rise,
Yeah.
there's nothing. Not mountain biking, though.
No.
Still nothing on that climb. So I think it's 1 minute 40.
Maybe. Yeah, that too. So they're not over that climb yet, and it's long, and they're losing more time. So it looks like these guys are going to roll for quite a way together, which is good. They can work together nicely. The
Go,
question
Papa, go.
is going to come in: who is going to be who in the zoo at the end
Yeah.
of this 100 kilometers?
Oh, they're going to be sore legs, I can promise you that.
Yeah,
Really.
listen. So I know we have a 5-hour training ride tomorrow.
So luckily, I've got our Maluti braai tomorrow. I wanted to join, but I've got a Maluti braai, so I might send some. Ja, is aan. Ek gaan vir sy ander stuur. Ek sal nie. Okay, ons praat nou. Love you. Bye. Marika wants to know if the training ride is still on. She heard something about the Maluti braai.
Yeah.
So you mustn't give all the tactics away.
Uh,
So the live link is working.
yeah, no, that's good.
Sean, so we're coming up an hour and a half of racing now. Last
Yeah.
hour to go.
Clip hard.
Yeah.
I need to talk to Nicholas and see if he needs water. If this is a good time.
Why is he pushing him? Oh.
Just as their car's coming around.
No, it's clear from the back.
Com, can I talk to my rider quickly, please?
All clear in the back.
You're welcome. Come around here.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, when there's a gap, just come up next to Nicholas. I just need to talk to him. Come around. Nicholas, what's your water situation? Good.
Do you know the time gap?
It's about 1:45, I think.
No, it's over 2 minutes.
The last gap we got was 1:45.
Yeah, I think.
It's 2:30.
Okay, so then it must be there somewhere.
But don't worry about them. They're off.
Check, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, just drop back down the corner.
Must I go to the left for him?
Yeah.
Come past. Yeah, I think 240, almost 3 minutes will be more like it. Are you gonna ask him?
Com, do we know what the time gap is?
The last time gap is 2:35. We will ask the bike-com to get us another time gap.
Thank you, the riders are asking.
No, they mustn't even worry about them.
They're not going to come back.
Justin, can you hear me?
It's too far away for his reception.
Okay, I will do a time gap. Stay behind the crew, please.
Roger.
Oh, this is a lucky place for the time gap.
I've got a time gap for you. You can go.
everyone's doing their part, so it's looking good.
Yeah, they're working beautifully together.
I think the excess weight is gone. Not once.
Yeah, look, there's no weak riders left here. So this is really going to be a race of who has got the legs up that last climb, I think.
Yeah.
And that can really be a stinger. So I think there's going to be some violent attacks up there, Benny, and it's into the headwind up a very steep drag. I think that can hurt a bit. So I'm really going to enjoy this one if we get an under 17 taking the overall win here.
Yes, can you imagine? It's going to be hard work. I think Reino's here for
Reino's very strong, junior, and we've got 2 elites. So
it's not a done deal.
it's not a done deal. What is a nice advantage here is that all 3 of our under 17s at least have a podium today.
Yeah,
So it'll be a 1, 2, or 3 for them.
it's also true.
So it just depends on the positioning on that podium. But I think, barring any mechanicals or anything
Yes,
going
that's
wrong,
what I was thinking as well. Let's
we're looking pretty good. And if my bicycle is still on the roof. Ah, luckily.
It's a long time, eh?
So I mean, these drags will really sap the legs a little bit.
Yeah, there's no sitting back, eh?
Yeah. And I mean, they're not slacking. We're sitting at 36 k's an hour going up this drag. It is proper hard. Yeah, Benny.
No use taking out.
Yeah, no use riding over your stomach in your eagerness to take photos. Sunday Rasmus at the back, out the saddle. Nicky van der Merwe on the front, out the saddle. The rest are all looking quite comfortable. I think these guys are all riding well within their limits currently. I think they're quite comfortable. And the comms coming up moved them to the left so you can bring the traffic through. Com doing a very good job for this bunch today. Policing the bunch, keeping them safe. These boys all looking nice and comfortable. And I always comment that I need to stop calling them boys because they're really no longer boys. They are real young men.
They will always be our boys.
They'll always be our boys, but they actually no longer
not
boys.
riding like boys
Yeah, they don't
anymore.
ride like boys. So Benny, I pulled the trigger and I ordered myself an e-bike.
Did you?
I did.
No, that's the only way we're going to stick with that boy.
So I think, when it's like long base rides with maybe some shorter intervals, I'm okay. But it's unfortunately got to a point, like this week we had a 30-minute interval. I actually can't do it. I can't do it at the same power that Nicholas can ride it at. So in order for him not to train on his own for those harder efforts, I, bought the motorbike.
So he obviously gave them the time gap now.
I believe so. He must
All
have.
the way around.
I know he's getting it.
So, 2 minutes. Left hand turn. Into the head.
Time gap, 2:35.
2:55. This is the road we were on last time. I remember this one. Yes.
Com, did you give the riders the time gap?
The bike did. the bike went and talked to him. Now he's doing it as well.
Keep them on their toes. Otherwise it becomes boring. You need to. Do you think we're gonna stop at this water point, Benny, and then
Yeah.
have a picnic? You know, there's like jelly beans and stuff there for
Take
them.
a slow rider mustn't
Yeah.
bump into him. One of the tour riders fall off.
No, I don't think this is this is a racer.
He's
Then they chase them.
Yay!
Guy out on his Saturday training ride. It's always fun, you know, on the stage racing, you know, when you ride the Cape Epic, then you stop at every water point
You enjoy it.
and you eat everything that's there. Because let me tell you, if you don't, then the next day is
Yeah,
not your friend.
You're behind the black wall then. The track.
Nice downhill again, some recovery for the riders.
Well, I can tell you that I don't want to be in a chase.
Yeah, I see Gustav stretching his legs, Nicky shaking his legs out. I think there's a lot of lactic acid in those legs right now.
You can't get cold now.
Yeah,
So the dog there on the side of the road. Let's hope.
that is a dog. It seems to be crossing out of the way.
Sorry.
Benny, you're interrupting our live commentary, eh? Look, guys, there's some
Hello?
cows, some dogs. Dogs are interested.
Finding you.
A few sheep. Local wildlife.
Just say again. On the race. Yes. Just say again. Fransen. No, I'm Erasmus. Sorry. Bye bye. Of who? No, we're Erasmus. Benny Erasmus. Okay, bye. Family of couriers. Something. Girl phoned me, asked if I'm father of something, so something might have happened.
Yeah, in one of the races, yeah. Sure, I hope
I'm not sure. And then
Touch wood.
a guy asked if I'm a family of some night. So let's see. Hopefully it's not to do anything with the race.
The guys really working well together. You see, they ride up, drop back, ride up, so they're all taking their turns. No one's slacking. I haven't seen anyone skip a turn yet.
I like it.
So, you know, this is the way to do it. You know, if you want to learn how to race, this
Get
is
to the
it.
race.
Get to the front and work together with the guys there. That's how you keep that bunch at the back from coming back. And as I said, you know, when you break their spirit and they can't see you any longer, I mean, this is a long road. They can't see anyone. They can't see the support cars.
Nothing
It generally makes you sit up a little bit and stop chasing because, you know, there's no incentive to chase.
Stuur.
So, Benny, tell us, what are they planting here in these fields, do you think?
I think it's maize, corn. I just want to quickly. Message.
Look, the pace is still hot. We're going uphill at above 30 k's an hour, so I think they're not. No one has slacked off yet. One definitely coming from the front. You can see it's quite a strong one. It's slightly from the left and from the front.
just asking for that number that just phoned me. Sean, but I can definitely compliment the road so far, eh?
Yeah, so the road's been in pretty good condition. And
So
I mean,
far.
we're unfortunately sitting in a position where a few of the races this year, big races, have been cancelled due to road condition.
Yes.
So I think, you know, this is a good route choice.
Are you taking another time gap?
See the button.
Yes, I'm giving you another time gap. Thank you.
Going through the motions here. They've got their computers, they know exactly how far we are, how far
Yeah.
we need to go, and got their plans. Let's see. Storm. Calm
But
before the storm.
calm before the storm. I think we got less than an hour of racing to go. And
What we'll do is in 10 minutes we'll ask him what's the distance, and then we know
yeah.
what the speed is as well. Just when I mentioned it, look at the road starting to crackle up a bit. But it's not bad for now. The legs must be burning by now.
Yeah, I think a little bit. So Nicholas has gone to the front and ramped it up a little bit with Rona. I don't know why. Maybe they felt the pace was slacking off slightly and thought they're going to just ramp it up a little bit. So the
When I go past it.
This guy behind you, I'm trying to just let the front as well.
sure, no problem.
Home set. Kan bietjie voort. Is hy 'n trekboom?
Yeah, I think so.
Wat sy naam? He's a gentleman.
Yeah.
Where I locked it. This one.
Yeah, Benny, so the 800 morning coffees are now starting to become a problem.
Alles okay. Okay, Enrique says alles all fine for now. So we give this guy a bit of a chance here. Let's open.
But I mean, we saw from the beginning of the race, the guys were making it hard and, you know, forced the break
from the
eventually.
climb.
On the climb, they forced the break. So, I mean, some of the riders were off the front repeatedly attacking very hard. I mean, I saw Zander put in some massive digs. Gustav put in massive digs. Nicky was off the
Nicky,
front.
culprit.
Yeah, so I think they, you know, they deliberately forced the split. And then,
As soon
fortunately,
as this car is through, I will give the guys a time gap, guys, but the other side is, we've got another 2 Ks, and I'm going to close the feeding zone for the first behind the riders. 7 riders.
can I just tell my rider that because he doesn't have anything?
Just get this car through, guys.
Get a rice cake out for Zander as well. Waiting. Are we going through? Yeah, rice cake with a bottle for Nicky, so you can give Nicky a bottle. There's a bus coming late on. So I'm going to
Okay.
go quickly. I'm just going to go behind him for now. And I'm going to go past.
Get in on the time gap as well, 3:10.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there goes an attack.
It's downhill. Can we quickly pass and tell him? There's no cars.
Yeah,
now.
just wait for it. I need to find that stupid rice cake.
Got it.
Okay, go.
Okay. Feeding 2Ks to go.
Feeding is closing in 2Ks, guys.
2 guys.
2 kilometers. Feeding is closing in 2 kilometers. Nicholas, take a bottle.
And it's 3 minutes 10.
Yeah. Gap is 3:10.
What?
3:10. The gap. Feeding is closing. Take a bottle.
Take that one first.
Nick, ja, wat is jou se naam?
Come, sorry, can you say that louder?
I say we've got 19 kilometers to go. Feeding zone is officially closed now.
Thank you, sir.
So it's 80 kilometers, so we're
Copy that.
sitting with about 42 Ks on average. 41, 42 Ks average.
That's quick. On a elite rolling course, 42 k's an hour, average speed around.
41, 2 Ks
Yeah.
an hour now. 19 Ks to go.
Okay, you better open the car, gotta get you off the man.
Oh, 60 k's an hour down this little drag.
Guys, just enjoy this.
63, 64.
There's a vehicle here, don't want to see.
Yeah, ambulance. There's some rickets, it's on. This is going to be a lekker downhill, but I know it's coming from a downhill. You also know after a
Yeah.
downhill, what goes down must come up.
Yeah. And I think the games are going to start
As soon as the first rise
as
comes.
soon as the rise starts because
But you don't want to get the game too soon.
so it's going to be a very
Play your cards well.
tactical battle here.
So the last climb, if I remember correctly, is about 4 Ks to go.
Yeah, look, there's a drag up to the line itself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are they coming down the first climb?
So they do. They
Yeah.
go down there, and then it goes up that drag that
Yes.
they came down at the start, and it finishes where we started. So it's definitely an uphill finish.
Yes.
So I think it's going to come down to who's got the most matches left in the box, endurance rides, who's been working,
Riding the cleverest.
who's been riding the cleverest, who's not been attacking that much. So it's going to come down to a few factors. Who's had an easier week,
Everything's
etc.,
going to add up.
etc. But so far, they've given us a fascinating and very exciting race,
Oh,
and very good racing. Very strong ride from all of these guys. So I think everyone in this bunch deserves a win. So luckily, I think everyone in this bunch has got a podium at least.
it's true, eh?
So the two elites will each get a podium. The junior will obviously take the junior win, and all three under 17s will get a podium.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Now, it's a lucky feeling if you know you're already on the podium, but if you're sitting in the same age cat and there's 7 guys, you still
Yeah, then
got a lot of work to do.
Some people are going to miss out. Luckily today, here everyone.
Participation medal.
Yeah. Luckily, everyone is going to get something at least. But they've ridden very strongly, so it was quite a strong field behind us. To put over 3 minutes into them is quite a feat.
Yeah, for sure. See there, I think there's a first little bit of a,
it's just a drag though. Luckily, it's not. I think towards the end there's some proper ramps that they have to get over, and on tired legs, who can follow the attacks is going to be the question.
attacking the attack. Even after this with a headwind, this little rise up here is also going to hit.
Yeah. Look, they still seem to be a fairly cohesive unit. They're working together quite nicely.
Yeah, it will be suicide if you want to try something alone.
Own in the headwind.
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's still a little bit too far from the line. I know Nicholas, for example, thinks he on how to race, learning your body. I think for them,
Sitting in the red and see how far
Yeah.
you can push it. And now they're doing well, eh?
Nicky's still on the front, Zander on his wheel.
Oop, oop.
So Gustav is quite a master tactician. I'm going to be interested to see now if he starts missing turns, because he's been at the back for a while now.
Yeah.
And he doesn't appear to be moving up to take his turn on the front.
Clever racing, maybe, eh?
No, I think so. Like I said, he's quite smart. It's normally at the end of the day, he who pedals the least wins.
It's not the guy who's got the
Yeah.
most watts, eh?
Yeah,
Well, not always.
not always. Look, I think when it's going up the angle route there in the Volta, he who's got the most watts wins. But yeah, power to weight there.
Exactly.
But you're still sitting at the back, very clever from Gustav. And, potentially his teammates need to, or his competitors need to start watching him a little bit and saying to him, hey, come take a turn. I think Nicholas is rolling to the back. I can see there's some conversation happening there. And he's just rolled to the front again. I don't know why. Zander sitting on the front.
I'm going to ramp it up shortly.
Yeah. Oh, Nicholas has gone to the front.
It's open fields.
Yeah, Rhino's going to the front. Yeah, Nicholas has definitely ramped it up and Rhino's hitting it. So I think the games have just kicked off, Benny.
Preview of what's to come. Who's the guy on the left there?
It was Rhino. He's just had a big,
Just a bit
just
and leave it.
dug a little bit. Yeah, just testing the waters.
Just say I'm still here.
Yo, it's going to be hard to pick a winner out of this bunch.
Anyone can win it from here. Eh?
So it'll be interesting. So Reina, as I said, represented South Africa now at World Champs. He's 2 years older than the others.
Yes.
So theoretically, he should be stronger than them and be able to take them
To the line.
to the line and at least win. But and I don't know who the two elite riders are. So, but the rest I know pretty well. Benny, so the finish at SA Champs was also a slight uphill drag, I
Slight
believe.
uphill drag, and it was Zander and a guy from Cape Town worked together.
And Zander
Right
managed
away.
to take it on the
Yeah.
uphill. So
Yeah,
potentially today's finish also suits him. He's
Hopefully.
a power type rider.
Hopefully,
Can
yeah.
put out a significant wattage You know, we'll lease him out to Eskom, help power, you know, some lights.
There's more power in this bunch than some of the neighborhoods. Let's have a look. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so we're coming up just over 2 hours and 5 minutes. Looking good. I think we're almost 15 k's to go, 14 k's to go, plus minus. Everyone is watching each other now.
Yeah. No, so now it'll be a very tactical race from here on in. Well, look, it's been pretty tactical when they were actually forming the break in the wind and on the climbs. They used the terrain and the atmospheric conditions to their advantage. But from here, I think, yeah. Gustav's still sitting at the back. He hasn't had a turn in probably 15 minutes. Very smart riding. I think Sander's having a little chat to him. Maybe encouraging him to assist with the pacemaking.
See, there's the three under 17s right behind each other now.
I wonder if they may be having a little talk to each other, saying, you know, let's put the others to the sword. Possibly they are. I don't know what little chit-chats are happening in there. I know Nicholas likes to talk to his fellow riders. He's a very vocal rider, likes to marshal the guys, make sure everyone's taking their turn. So coming into Cullinan. Benny, start looking for diamonds.
Yes, I see 7.
I see 7 absolute stars in front of us.
Justin, jy staan goed kar wat ons wil eervat.
So this is not steep, but it is absolute leg sapping stuff. I mean, you're now going into the headwind, up drag.
Cramps.
You know, you've been racing hard for 2 hours. And you're looking all the time at the other 6 riders that are unrelenting. You know, the ones with the poker face, you know, looking as if they're barely suffering. There's nothing worse when you're on the limit and you look and the guy next to you seems to be having a nice, easy ride.
Yeah, fun ride.
And then you know, oh.
Looks like someone's struggling with cramps. If I look at it.
Oh dear.
Hopefully
It's not a good sign.
Hopefully not.
Let's hope not. Please not.
Yeah. Doggy.
Cullinan locals out to look at the race, on the side of the road.
What's it?
Not popcorn, but chips.
How far are we out from the finish?
It can't be more than 10, 12 k's. I'll ask the com. Com, what distance do we have left?
Say again.
What distance do we have left?
9.8 kilometers exactly.
Okay, so it's nearly spot on.
If you know, you know, eh?
Oh, this little drag. The 3 under 17s on the front. Just dancing on the pedals a little bit. So it's going to be a fast run into the finish.
We had the Diamond Classic, Tshwane Classic route also coming this way too.
Yes.
And this is where we had our crash just around there.
Oh.
There was a dip in the flipping road, but I see it's resurfaced. And the guy in front of us lost his balance and yes, the whole peloton went down.
Oh, I know.
I chased back 2Ks and then when I got to the front guys, I saw I lost my bottles.
Oh no.
We had 70Ks to go.
What a nightmare.
But it all ended well, so yeah, it was a good race.
So this is quite a nice winding, a little bit of descending coming up.
Easing the pain.
And then the last kick will happen.
So they're standing on, let's call it the 91, 92 Ks.
I think the race is 98 in total, if I remember.
Here's the kick now. Turning out right here. And this is where they started, eh?
I think so.
So now it's going to be like a little climb and then it's like a long downhill.
And then there's a climb up to the line. Who in this bunch has saved the most matches?
Is already putting pressure on.
I think he knows he has to. I mean,
yeah, I haven't got good news if he's going to take some of the guys to the line.
yeah, I've got very bad news. We've got a very, very good sprinter in here. I don't know what his legs are like at the moment because it's obviously been quite a hard race. But Gustav is quite a potent sprinter.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the two elite riders, what they
Yeah,
like.
that's like a lucky package.
It's unknown now.
Maybe both of them are like a sprinters. Let's see.
But it's quite a technical finish because we come up this, so there's a 90-degree left into the venue, and the finish line is inside there. So, you know, if they're coming in there,
Casamir in here. Can we do it?
we can.
Then we know exactly how far we've got.
Search, recent searches, there we go.
– 11 Ks to go. Turning back. Somewhere this is going to light up now.
Yeah, Renault's still applying pressure. Look, this is that nice downhill coming. Windy, windy.
It's going to take the last bottle and so it's a short punchy climb and then a sprint for the end in the road. Short punchy climb left. But I'm impressed with these guys.
I'm very impressed.
Sander is just keeping the momentum there. There he goes. There goes the first one. Renault. Gustav can follow. Sneaky Gustav. 370s at the back. I thought they're going to catch him napping. I don't think so.
Yeah, they got caught napping there a little bit, I'm afraid, when Renault went.
I don't know if it was the right place to go, but
Yeah.
they closed it
So they've managed to close it. Oh, Zander's cramping. Zander's off.
off.
I think he cramped. Any
Yeah.
shit, I think he cramped.
Okay.
Zander, you okay?
Okay.
Sorry.
Come. This downhill helped, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, Zander is just about back.
Excellent work from Zander. You had to suffer there a little bit, especially with cramping.
We don't know how much he's got left now.
Come.
wait.
Watch the rider.
Zander komt links. Don't want to see that, eh? Jose.
No, is that Jose?
Jose Kleinschmidt.
Jose mustn't interfere in this race.
There goes the next attack. Kom Zander. Be waiting. He's waiting for them to react. Hy kom ons sê dis 'n stalling. Step away. Go.
Yeah, so this is our current SA Junior champ. I think
Rider number 100 asked if he can sit in the back of the group. I told him it's okay.
he mustn't interfere though.
He will not interfere.
He's awesome.
This thing's not.
Weet jy, ons is aan die einde van die
Yeah, there's one downhill and one drag. Watch Jose on the left, check space. It's right next to Sam.
4Ks. To go.
Long day in the saddle, Jose. Hey, lekker!
Fast at the moment. I'm ready to bring fast.
As hy 4 kilometer. 4 kilometer. Okay. Hier kom die klim. Bye. There's the climb.
Yeah.
Everyone is waiting. Check for Nicky from the back for a flyer now. He's saddled now, so what's
Yeah,
that?
saddle busted. Seat post.
There we go. It's opening up again.
3.7 kilometers to go off. I've got it right. So let's
Just gonna go past him.
It's like, get out to the spanner. Kilometers to go. We've got this climb up now, this drag. There's a lot of cat and mouse being played. The boys are all watching each other. Expect some violent attacks now. Gustav's just ridden to the front. Zander in front having a big dig.
Group on up ahead, can you see?
Yeah.
That's also gonna make it interesting now. Guys, just
Zander had a proper go there, but
Nicky is going to go now. I can see it. Oh, there we go. No, sitting on Zander. No one wants to show any cards now.
just yet.
Now Zander is sitting in the front. Ah. At least you can decide the pace up here
Yeah.
then. Now he's giving a shoulder. The guys must come past.
Unfortunately, they're sitting
No
just
one is
where I
gonna
can't
go
see. But a lot of cat and mouse now.
Come Zander, have a look there.
Zander on the front.
guys, how far to the finish?
2.5 Ks, tell him.
12 kilometers. Repeat.
Soos hy gaan oorkom. He's right behind us. Just give way for the cars to get. Just for practicalities, how we're gonna stop before.
We're not going to be able to turn in. We're going to have to
Okay.
pull off
Oh,
before.
Nicky, what's happening?
It's just looking, and that was the wrong time to be looking at anything.
Make a barrage. Nothing is coming through now, eh?
Okay,
What's that?
make a barrage. Just
Okay.
swing left.
Copy.
Copy.
To the left.
Yeah, just stay here. Copy. So we don't let any traffic through.
Cramps.
Finish line in front.
Okay, now over the last climb. Now it's just this running. There's the finish. You can see it.
Yeah, it's up a climb.
Everyone's still together.
Yeah. So this should be quite an exciting finish. May the best man win.
Sander is warming up the legs. He's cramping. You can see he's holding his flipping hammies. So far, but yet so. Let's see who's going to attack first. Now it's all cat and mouse. Here's on the front.
1k to go, sign on the left.
Thank you. Great race.
Thank you, Com. Great race.
Sorry to mustn't go over now. Nose on it, stay. Everyone's looking at each other.
Yeah.
Lekkertjes, hè?
Nog eens entertaining van jou.
Yes, je
Ja.
kan een mooi race kijken. Everyone's got their marks.
Yeah, everyone is watching. There goes Zander.
Already?
Yeah, he's just gone. Nicky's gone with him. And
Early.
Nicky's on his wheel.
Too early, huh? It's going to drag Nicky along, so that's good. Now he's sitting up.
Nicholas has just swung across. Now the rest are going.
Kom, nou ons ander, kom. Kom, Nicky. Now they're sitting up again.
Nicholas has stayed left. And he's going. Oh, now he's leading them out.
Ander is off.
Nicholas is
Thanks.
up out the saddle. Nicholas is hitting it. Oh, long sprint from Nicky.
Can you see?
Yeah. He's still
There goes
going.
Rhino. There goes Rhino. Gustav is also...
Yeah, Gustav came around him. Shit.
Gaan Zander, kom, maak klaar! Kom, maak klaar!
Well done, Zander.
Mooi!
I didn't see who took the win though.
Left or right?
This way. And then just park. So guys, I didn't see who took the win there overall.
Park over here, way.
Yeah, just park here.
Thanks, Sean.
Benny, thank you for a fantastic race and thanks to our audience. We're out of here.